Cooper, how's the digit and how did it happen for your thumb?
It's doing okay. Happened one of the plays the last game. I was attacking the rim, trying to dunk. I think I hit it off the rim a little bit. A little sprain, thumb sprain. So nothing too crazy. Obviously, I was able to play through it tonight. Maybe I'll tape my thumb every game, but I thought it was okay. It was obviously a little painful, but like I said, nothing crazy.
At what point tonight were you like, all right, I'm in a little bit of a rhythm?
Yeah, I think it's something I was talking with Ryan about a few minutes ago. It's just I didn't feel anything forced tonight. I thought as a team we did a better job of just being organized and getting what we wanted to get to, and so just felt a little bit of a better flow tonight. I just felt more comfortable out there, and I was kind of just letting things happen and letting it come to me, and nothing really felt forced.
You make that spin move there in the final minute, and you got a runway standing there. What's in your mind at that point?
Yeah, I'll say the first thing that went across my mind, obviously, I was like, I'm gonna go dunk on him, but it just wasn't gonna happen. So he's a huge dude, really physical, really strong, obviously. So just made a read, challenge him at the rim. So you have to challenge these guys. Made the play.
Tonight was the first time you obviously played against Giannis. He's a guy you've been compared to, especially early on in your career. Just what's it like playing him?
Yeah, I thought he's just dominant. He's just such a dominant force. We're throwing two guys at him in the post every time, on his moves, and somehow he still just finds a way to get to the basket. It's just he's putting it in the rim, so it's tough. One of the plays he dunked on me and Gap at the same time, and I was like, I don't even know how he got the ball to the rim, but he's just a dominant force. He's an incredible player. So, but all in all, I thought we did a solid job tonight. I thought we played as a team, we were together, and we had each other's back. It just with a guy like him is tough.
And obviously on the second to last play you guys had on the inbound, was there any contact there between you and Kuzma?
I thought so. That's why I fell over. I felt like he had grabbed me, but I think it's a learning moment for sure. I haven't been in these moments a ton yet, but I think it's something going forward that I can learn from. The refs don't want to blow the whistle, that late in the game, and they don't want to decide it. So I got to know that it's going to be contact. It's going to be a physical. They're a physical team, so just got to play through it. Flash the ball and go get the ball by any means. So learning moment for sure. Just got to play through it.
You mentioned in there the other night this is the most you've ever lost, and like literally more you've lost college and high school combined. How do you keep the losing and obviously all the noise right now from weighing on you?
Yeah, I think that's a tough part. I think previously, obviously, you have bad games. You don't play up to your standard. It's a little easier to look past and kind of move on from when your team is winning and you're able to get those wins. But at the end of the day, we play so many games and just kind of have to clear it. Like there's nothing you can do about it if you don't play up to your standard. And I don't know that I've done that a ton this year for myself at least. All I can do is keep working, keep showing up, keep getting in the gym. Trusting the reps, trusting the work, getting with the coaches, watching film, and just continue to be confident. I know who I am and what I'm capable of. So it's just one of those things where you just have to kind of brush it off and do the best you can at looking forward to the next day.
A night like tonight, obviously not a win, but strong performance by you. Does it reinforce that you're personally heading in the right direction?
Yeah, I think so. It's just like I said, it's one of those things where highs or lows. You're gonna have bad games, you're gonna have good games, but you can't, get fixated on one thing. I can't look too much into this. I can't look too much into the bad games. I need to just hold myself to my standard and the standard that I have for myself and my family has for me. So that's kind of how I feel about it. And just gotta same thing as if it was a bad game. We lost, and you gotta look forward and kind of flip the page and start getting ready for the Suns on Wednesday.
Going off that to an extent, you've had kind of different roles already in this offense. You started at point guard, now you're kind of playing the three with B. Will and D'Lo running the point at times. What is your comfort level in this offense with all the kind of changes you've endured so far?
I would say, I think I can speak, for the team. It's just we're getting comfortable by the day, as a whole, and I think that's something that will be huge for us. And tonight I think for a lot of us, it just I felt more comfortable. We felt more organized, like I said earlier. So I think that's something that we'll continue to get better with. But the more we're organized and, the more confident we get in our flow and, get into the actions we want to get to, I think it'll be really good for us.
Well, you've had about 11 games to see defensive coverages and different matchups. Just what are some things that you're learning about attacking in the half court?
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways that teams will guard. But I think the biggest thing is you got to know the scouting report on yourself. So I've seen a lot of different stuff, a lot of physicality. I think it's just figuring that out and just, reading the defense at a high level is something that's really huge. Thank you, guys.
Well, you had the start tonight. Can you just maybe address your performance tonight?
Yeah, it was a good performance for sure. Definitely thought I could make some more shots, make some more plays for my teammates. But all that stuff is good, and it's good saying that. But when you look up and don't get a win, it's kind of like it doesn't really matter.
What do you think of, from your vantage point, when Coop makes the spin move and goes and sees Giannis waiting for him at the rim and challenges him like that?
I got all faith in Coop. He's young, but he's physically athletic. He's seen a lot of coverages already at 18 years old, so I got the utmost confidence that he's going to make a great play.
Off of that question, he had some really big plays there in the second half, and he looked extremely comfortable. Overall, from you playing with him, what have you thought of his ability to kind of step up in big moments?
It's big. I just say he's 18 years old, so for him to come in to an NBA atmosphere like this and a big game like this, to be able to show out and show how, like you said, how comfortable he is, it says a lot for him, and we always got his back no matter what.
A little added motivation with getting the start tonight, maybe wanting to prove like you belong to stay in the starting lineup?
Not really. I'm always trying to do whatever it takes to help the team, and no matter what coach gives me, coming off the bench, starting, no matter what it looks like. But tonight it was starting, so I try to contribute in any way I can.
When did you find out that you were ultimately getting the start, and what did the coaching staff say that they wanted to see out of you as you're stepping into your first start of the season?
It was right before the game, just trying to do the same thing I've always been doing the past couple of games, just trying to get in the paint and make the right play. If it's not for myself, it's for my teammates.
Have there been any emphases from the coaching staff on different parts of your game that they'd like for you to explore that you maybe didn't in seasons past?
Say it one more time.
What parts of your game would you say that the coaching staff are really looking for you to explore this season?
A little bit of everything. Just getting in the paint, knocking down an open shot, which I really need to work on. But not turning the ball over. I had 4 of them tonight, and one costly one in the fourth. But just little stuff like that, getting the floor organized for our teammates, and just setting the floor up.
The result wasn't what you were looking for, obviously, but are you seeing the growth that you want to see, the way this team is progressing from game to game now?
For sure. I can definitely see it out there. We're just moving the ball, playing together. I think that's the most important thing, instead of just leaning on ISO and just almost playing like a pickup game. So we're playing real good team basketball, and a lot of it is on me as a point guard.
There in the fourth quarter, there were fire Nico chants. Does that type of thing in the fourth quarter of a close game, does that affect the morale, would you say?
It's unfortunate for sure, but we got to play through it, any and everything. But yeah, it's really unfortunate.
Thank you.
Thanks. Coach Kidd, Cooper Flagg with 26-9 in a big second half there. What'd you think of his performance and his play down the stretch?
Yeah, he was really good. Down the stretch, he was good during the game. I thought being able to find his teammates and then also being able to take advantage of scoring, I thought he did a really good job.
Obviously, it was a game with a lot of pivotal moments down the stretch. Just what was your interpretation of the inbound play?
Turnover.
You didn't think it was any contact?
Not getting fined. Wasn't called. We got to play through it.
Just, sorry.
No.
What did you think about the play with Cooper taking it right at Giannis, scoring that basket? Does that speak to the fearlessness that he plays with?
Yeah, I think he plays to win, and no matter who's in front of him, he's going to challenge. Giannis had some blocks early, and you're going to win some and you're going to lose some, but that was a big time, play for us to, go up and then not to be able to, to capitalize on that last play with the turnover. But then we do get 3 free throws, and we come up short.
What did you see from B. Will tonight?
He was good. He was good offensively. I thought he ran the team really well.
29 fast break points. What was your understanding the pace of play?
We were playing fast. You're saying for us to score 29 points? Yeah, we were playing fast, and that's something you got to try to do against Milwaukee. They're good defensively in the half court, but I thought our pace and the ability to convert the turnovers to points was big tonight.
Jason, you guys are up by possession in the fourth quarter and the Fire and Nico chance start. How does that sort of thing affect the morale or the focus of your team?
That's a good question. I think you got to ask them that they're playing. I think it's noise. And so I would say that speaking for them, I think they just continue to keep playing. And I thought, again, we put ourselves in a position to win tonight. But that's a question that you have to ask the players because those are the ones that are playing.
Jason, is this one of the more consistent games just beginning to end with defense? I mean, really kind of seeing all of it?
Yeah, it's one of them. I think it started in Memphis at the end, and then we go to Washington, and I thought we played a pretty good game there. And this was a carryover for those two games, defensively and offensively. We gave ourselves a chance against a team that can shoot the three at a high clip, and I thought they made it tough for Giannis tonight. But he's seen every defense. He knows when to go, and he went there in the fourth quarter.
I know it wasn't the outcome that you wanted, but down to the wire, it was, a fighting effort the whole time. You have trust and compete in the locker room. Do you feel like this game kind of reiterates that point that you're trying to reiterate every?
I think every game is trust to compete. Win or lose. You got to play 82 games, and I think we're building that trust, and we're competing. Sometimes the ball just doesn't bounce your way, but that's where you got to trust each other and keep fighting.
Cooper Flagg is taking a lot of big shots late in games for this team. How have you kind of seen him grow in that role?
Yeah, I think he's had some good looks that have gone down and some looks that haven't. I think that's just the nature of a young player trying to figure out the end of games, and he's done a really good job for us.
Mr. Cisse was your first player off the bench tonight. He's seen some extended minutes here recently, even with Gafford's ankle sprain and him being kind of thrown into the fire here. What have you thought of his performance, and specifically tonight? What is he giving y'all that are leading to some of these productive performances?
Yeah, I think when you look at what Musa has given us is just his speed, his energy, his vibe is so positive, and he's just competing. He sprints every possession. He competes on the defensive end. And so guys feed off of that, and a lot of the things that he does on the offensive end won't be in the stats because he gets the mismatch. And so he's created threes for us with just sprinting. And so, again, we got we're light on bigs right now, and he's done an incredible job for us.
As far as the three ball, 9 from 39 for you guys. Looks like you got good looks, maybe just didn't go down. Do you think that making it can kind of be contagious in that regard?
I don't think we've shot the three well all year, so we got to continue to keep shooting them. They're wide open. We have some great looks, and that's just the nature of right now. Early in the season, they're not falling, but if we can continue to create these threes, they'll fall for us at some point.
Do you think it will be contagious? Like it would kind of pick up and
Contagious in which way?
just
Cold or flu?
being hot? Like sometimes threes can be contagious, and
Right now we got a cold, so hopefully we can catch on fire here, and we got an opportunity on Wednesday. Thanks.
Thanks, Coach.